Have something interesting today. Yeah, this is gonna be a cool one. Man, am I excited to share with you guys what I have come up with here. This is gonna be a super fun one. Um, I'm gonna wait for people to shuffle in, and then we're gonna show you guys what I made. It is pretty fun, and I'm really excited to see what everyone thinks of it. It's gonna be a cool one. It's gonna be a really cool one. Let's see, test it on this guy too. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. So I'm gonna wait for people to shuffle in here. We'll get started momentarily. If you guys are watching this after the fact when it's recorded, just be patient because again, we're waiting for people to shuffle in. So just be patient for that, please. Thank you guys so much. Let's flip this one. Oh my gosh, bro. There's really just no way. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be cool when we really figure this one out. You're first in the chat. Oh man, are you in for a really interesting time here? You are in for it, my friend. Just see here. There we go. It's a little bit better. A little bit more, maybe a 0.3. That's fine. So, hello. How are you? All right. So I'm gonna talk about what we made here. This is gonna be a fun one. So, we were talking about 3D point clouds, and we were talking about like basically either taking a displacement with a grid and an image, or some way to basically convert an image to like a 3D thing. And I think I'm getting closer to doing that, and I want to show you guys what I came up with. Now, this isn't necessarily like revolutionary or anything like that, but I've been working really hard to try to like figure this out, and I think I'm getting darn close. Let me show you how it works. Basically, the way it works is we feed an image into this. In this case, this image is just a button. I press play, and we have not a perfect button, but a pretty decent button. And I know this looks rough right now, but I think this could be really cool if it was refined. Let's test it on another object to kind of show you guys like how it works. I'll test it on the mouse again. The mouse was the original one I tested it on. It didn't do very well, but it's been improved a little bit since then, so we'll try it again. So basically the way it works is it projects points. You can see it already has some of the outline of the mouse. It projects points, and what it does is it maps those points, and then you get like a 3D volume. Now it's not perfect, but you can see just from an image we're starting to get like a 3D object. This is going to be really cool in my opinion when it's all said and done. Let's test it on this guy here because this mouse has a little more contrast. All right, let's see. A little bit better. You can see the form of the mouse is a little bit better there. Let's keep testing it. So a lot of the times it works best on black and white images, so that's one feature I want to add. And then it also works better on things that have like contrast and like very clear depth. Like it might work decent on this one because this is a black and white car. So let's try it on the car. Not terrible. It's still getting through most of the car, but you can see there's some concavity, if you will, to this. So I think we're getting somewhere with this. Yeah, I am just really excited about this. We were working on this last time. Again, it's not perfect, right? There's a lot to work on, but let me see if I can find a better image to show you guys with, because again, I think it's coming along. Let's try this image, because this didn't work the last time. Curious if it would work this time. It's coming through, it's coming through. All right, so this one won't work. This one's a little bit too dark. You know, I don't know if we have access to like hue, saturation, things like that in geometry nodes. This would be a cool one. Let's see. There's a guitar. Nah, that might work. This one might work. This is the bottle of a Yeti. It's just kind of working. So basically, okay, yes. So because it had a gradient on the bottle, you can see just a little bit. It's not perfect, but you can see that like it's starting to try to capture that bottle. I know this doesn't seem like a breakthrough to you guys, but I've been working on this all day, and we were on the live stream earlier working on it, and it's kind of getting somewhere. All right, let's try this Lego guy. Here's a Lego guy. This is working pretty half decent. Now he's a little bit compressed because of the image size not matching up to the grid, but that's not a very difficult fix. I'll tell you what though, it's not terrible. Let me try a couple things here. Right here, we're doing extrude mesh. There we go. Let's try that. All right, that's a little bit better. So let's start with that. Let's go ahead and get... It works pretty easily on certain objects. I want to try one that I know will be kind of challenging, but I know will kind of work. So like things like this, it potentially could work on too because they're like black and white. Also, welcome to the live stream. If you guys haven't been here already, we are doing some really fun geometry node stuff. Okay, here's a cool one. This is like a texture of rocks. Curious to see how this one comes through. This one's definitely jagged. Okay. All right, this one's not coming through too bad. All right, let me show you an actual good example. So a good example would be like this depth map of the bunny here. So I'm going to press play. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. All right, you can see it's starting to form the bunny. I'll show you on this side. You're going to be able to see it better from this angle. All right, so I don't know if you can tell right now. It's basically a bunny that's sitting down and his ears are about to form in right now. How awesome is that? Right? And this is from an image, and we've generated this like quote unquote bunny, but you get the basic idea. This is the kind of stuff that I've been kind of experimenting with, and it's been really fun. And I just want to know what you guys think. I really think this has some potential. I'm going to try it with a few other things, of course. This is a good one here. This is insane. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think so. When you have a depth map, it works really well. So that was the. I'll show you one with Suzanne because this one does really well. So this is one with Suzanne. Let me just fix this. All right, here's one with Suzanne. So you'll see Suzanne start to form back here. Reverse this. All right, so here's Suzanne coming in. This is from an image, by the way. This is from an image. So look, there's Suzanne. It's not perfect, but you get the rough idea, right? And now the question is, can you fill in the gaps, right? Can you fill in those gaps? I don't know how, because we're really just using an image and projecting out from that image. But what's cool about this is then you can take this and be like, oh, you know what? I want to separate everything but this specific area. This just is like an example, but look at that. How awesome is that? And then again, kind of come back here and I'll show you. One of the things we can do is we can feed it any image that we want to and just see what it comes up with. The button, I like that example a lot. I don't know why, I just do. Let's try something a little bit different. Something that we haven't given it before. We could try the DeLorean. I don't know how it's going to do with that. It's a picture of a car, and it's got a lot of things going on with it. Now, you can kind of actually see the car a little bit right here, but let me go ahead and go back. Let's raise the resolution. Let's do a different image. Let's try this guy. This is a face. It's supposed to like show up like a face. Really curious to see how this guy shows up. You can already see there's some intense detail going on here. Now, this is an actual depth map that I found on Google. So this one should give us a really, really high quality result. Yeah, look, you can kind of see the face forming on the other side. It's hard because it's not fully formed yet, so we'll let it continue until it's all said and done. Now, that remember, the higher the quality, obviously, the better the result is going to come out. I'm going to kind of let this play through a little bit more. We can also adjust things like the speed and other things like that. All right, you can kind of tell right here, if you look, it's kind of hard to see. There is actually a face there. It's a little bit difficult to see, but this gives you a rough idea of like what this is going to look like. So I'm pretty darn pleased with like how far I've gotten. And then I guess the question is like, how much further can we push it? And like, can we actually make something like half usable in Blender using this technique? I don't know. I don't really know, but I think it's going to be cool. Can you model an alley cat stuffed animal if you're doing requests? Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely. Let me try one more thing on this, and then we'll do that. How about, oh, camera could be cool. Let me see. All right, let me try this is a picture of like the side of an iPhone's camera. It's kind of working a little bit. Let's see what it does. It's actually not doing a terrible job. You can tell that's the edge of an iPhone camera, bro. Now it's got, you got to kind of perspective match it a little bit. Dude, I can't believe this is actually working, bro. There we go. There's the perspective match. So I don't know if you guys can tell what's happening here, but this is like the edge of an iPhone. These are the 3 cameras right here. And it's mapping it out. Dude, the real question is, can you flatten it and then extrude it to make it like a real thing? This would be really cool. I mean, there's a lot you can do with this. Let me do one more, and then I'll do your alley cat. Can you give me the exact search for what you're looking for the alley cat thing, and then I can do it for you? Absolutely. I don't mind doing it. I just want to make sure I have the exact like thing that you want. Let's try. Tell you what, man, there's so many. Oh, this is cool. So I haven't tried one of these before. This is a shoe. Is this a normal map? What is this? Let's try this. I don't know what this is. I think it might work. Let's try it. Hi. Oh, hi. How are you? It's supposed to be a shoe. We'll see how it comes out. Alley cat. Did you spell that correctly? Or am I tripping? All right, this did not come out how I expected it. See, these are all cool because even though these are images, I think we can see, like, this one has one light source. This is a cloth. I'm curious how this would come out. All right, we'll move forward after this, I promise. I'm just trying to see what this is going to look like. You can kind of see the ripples in the cloth. You know what's funny? I have not tried anything like 3D. Like, or like I'm sorry, when I say that, I mean, like, I haven't tried anything that's like, that looks like it's already 3D, like maybe this cube. See what this cube does. Be curious to see if this can actually make a cube. Oh, where's that second layer there? There it is. That's, oh, if only it could perspective match, bro. If only it could perspective match, now that would be crazy. Because look, there's all 3 layers of your cube, right? But they're not really the way that they should be, like that. Crazy, bro. Is there any more I can test? This one's easy. So see this one? It's literally gonna be a sphere. It's gonna look like a this one's gonna be cool because this one's gonna work really, really nicely. Look at that. So we had the nice circle gradient. Did exactly what I expected it to do. It mapped it perfectly, bro. So that was the easy one. But anything black and white with like really nice blurredness, did I say it right? It usually works pretty well, especially when it has like gradients, things like that. One more, I promise, and this is the last one. And then we're gonna get started on an alley cat. I can't stop thinking about this setup. I don't know why. I can't stop thinking about it. Let's see this guy. There's Mew. See if it gets any type of detail of the actual character itself. Oof. All right. All right, what does an alley cat look like? Alley cat. What did it say? Alley cat stuffed animal? Like this? Is this what you're talking about, bro? What the heck is this thing? This thing is kind of scary looking, bro. Is this the right... Am I looking at the right thing? Or is this not what you meant? I don't normally do like character modeling, but we can certainly try it. You know what we're missing, bro? We're missing music. Hold on a second. You guys mind music? You opposed to it? Anybody? We're good? We're good with music? All right. Let's do Hacker Radio. All right, here we go. This is such a strange, like, thing to model. You like the music? All right, cool, dope. This is, I don't know if I want to model this. This is such a straight, no offense, this is kind of a crazy request. Can you do slightly different requests for me rather than the alley cat? Yeah, alley cat's freaking me out, bro. I can't stop thinking about that point cloud. Just joined. Not sure if this is a question applies. Would this work with 2D images from the side and front view? Are you talking about the old setup? You know what's funny? It's funny that you mentioned that because I was actually thinking like, yes, it will. I'll show you what I mean. So with this setup, if you had a side view of something, for example, you had something like this. Yeah, it would work. Glasses. Gives you a rough idea. This is just the rim of the glasses, but it does work with side view. And the funny thing is, on top of this, if you had a side view and a top view, right? Like this is like a plane, right? If you had a side view and a top view, you might be able to like intersect them. Does that kind of make sense? Or like do this from two ways, and wherever they intersect, bro, I gotta try it now. I gotta try it. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta try it because now I'm like, all right, let me just get blueprint car. Like, I don't know, literally something simple, right? Like a car blueprint. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Even like something like that would work. We could just try it with something basic first, and then we could try it with something more advanced. There's only one caveat to this. You need to make sure everything's lined up like perfectly and that the proportions are correct. You want to claim? All right, here's what we'll do. I'm just to try this, Suzanne. No, Suzanne. Oh my God, Monkey. Let me delete everything else. I'm just gonna do like a quick camera in here, even though I just deleted it. This is just for the purposes of this tutorial, but I'm gonna do 9000. I'll make this perfectly square. All right, now for Suzanne, I want to do a subdiv. Now, I'm just setting something up so I can get the perfect side view of both. So here's Suzanne from this view, right? A quick save. A mugshot? Yep, no, that would be true. All right, so here's what I'm thinking is we'll go to shading, just keep this simple here. We'll make a new setup, make the world white. And I'll just do, I don't know, like, just want an outline. I'll just do a layer weight. All right, we'll just do this. We're gonna keep this really, really simple. I feel like that should work. Yes, that's fine. I don't want it to be like too intense, but I want the black to come in like a fair amount. Bro, why isn't it letting me? Let's try this. Oh, that's better. Perfect. Okay. So here's what I wanted. I wanted a nice crisp outline, which is what I got. And then what we'll do here is I'll just do view, render viewport preview. There's our image. That's our front view. All right, now this should be relatively simple. I say that now. All right, so this one is going to be, that's our front view. We need a side view. And this needs to be the exact number, but on the X. If we're doing it perfectly, we're doing it perfectly. Side view, rendered view, object, or we'll do view, viewport render preview, save it, image, save as, not save as copy, bro. All right, let's try it out. Now, we're going to have to modify our current setup. But you know what? It's going to be darn worth it. Let's first of all see if even the regular Suzanne even works at all. All right, regular Suzanne works. Now, the thing I would want to eventually do is we'll come over here. I'm going to have this extend out, okay? Same on both sides. So this is going to extend out like this, okay? And then what's going to happen is we're going to extend it the other way, and we're going to intersect them with a Boolean. Now, the question is, will this work? Now, here's the crazy part. We're going to take all of this and group it all the way up until the end. And then I want to expose one thing. I want to expose the image itself. Beautiful. All right, so now what we have is that huge node group. We have an exposed image parameter. That's the front view. Let's load up the side view. Now let's do this. Let's do this. I just want to join them together to make sure they're both working. Now, right now, let's go back. Let's make sure they're both working. I believe they are. There's only one thing we need to do. We need to flip this 90 degrees on the Z. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to flip this 90 degrees. There it is. Actually, it needs to be negative 90. Negative 90. And then basically I want these two to intersect. So I'll have to kind of bring this back on the Y a little bit. And I'll have to bring it over here as well. No idea if this is going to work. But you know what? Would be crazy if it did. So here's our two cross sections. Can you still make money with Blender? I think you can. I mean, my opinion. All right, let's do this. I'm a little nervous. Here's our first mesh. You know what's crazy? This might sound stupid, but it's like kind of working. Ignore the top, that doesn't matter. It's like kind of working a little bit. We need to fix the extrusion at the end. Where is it? Crap, I'm going the wrong way. I don't even remember what I had it at, bro. Let's go back. Where's the other one? The other one should already be formed by now. Where is the other one, bro? Oh, what the heck? Why did it... There we go. That was weird. Did anyone see that? Really doesn't want to do what I want it to do. All right, instead of intersect, maybe we can do difference. See what happens here. One cuts into the other one. Really doesn't want to do it for me. I am asking Blender to do a lot here. Create a watermelon. Watermelon Alice close-up render with some what? Some of the seeds on the wet floor. Maybe invert the difference. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, bro. Look, you can see. It's crazy because you can like actually see the whole outline of Suzanne. What's union look like? It should just be both of them. Where's the second one? It's like weird. It's almost like the second one's not even coming in. Should be though. Oh my god, why does it keep disconnecting them, bro? There we go. You guys see what's happening here? How crazy is this? I wonder if I could do merge by distance. Or I wonder if I can like... think about this. No, I agree. I don't blame you for being confused because it is... I'm making this extremely confusing for absolutely no reason. I'll show you what the goal is and then we'll get out of this. The goal is to take an image basically and make it into a mesh. So for example, this depth map, if we press play, this is our bunny. Just go over here. So this is our bunny. When we press play, a bunny is going to form based on that image that we just fed into Blender. I'm just going to keep it as is for right now, guys, because I don't want to mess up what we already had. You see the bunnies forming right here? Can you use 3D objects to make depth maps to make 3D images? Yes, but you know what's crazy? Like, you can, but believe it or not, it's actually, well, obviously, it's easier to just have the 3D model in the first place. All right, yeah, all right. What does he want? Watermelon Alice? What is Watermelon Alice? Bro, are you making me look up weird things? What's Watermelon Alice? Oh, Watermelon Slice. Okay, Watermelon Slice. Close-up render with some of the seeds on a wet floor. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, we could try. We can certainly try. It's crazy because, like, there's actually some subsurface scattering. Bro, I'm sitting here like, what is Watermelon Alice? Bro, why am I so stupid? All right, so let's do it. Let's just model a quick slice of watermelon real quick. I'll just open up my image editor. Go to my downloads. There it is right here. Now for this, I mean, I'm thinking there's a few different ways that you can model something like this. I'm thinking start with a plane, tab into edit mode, scale it down a bunch. Okay, and then just go to my top down view. And then I'll do this. I will do, let's take these two, bring them in here. Let's do a loop cut in the middle. We'll bring this down. Let's do a subdiv. All right, and then I'm gonna bring down a loop cut again. Okay. Loop cut up here. I'd have to see like how perfect the circle is, but for the most part, that's probably how I would go about modeling it. Then I'd take these corners, I'd give them a little vertex crease. And then I would probably just do a solidify. I feel like that's how I'd go about doing that. feel like that's good. And then I would probably, from here, I would probably remesh. I'll save this real quick. Smooth. We'll do 8, and we'll do another smooth modifier. We'll set that to 20. I'm feeling pretty decent about this, so I'm going to convert it to a mesh. It's pretty dense. I feel pretty good about it. All right, now let's set up the rest. So first things first, I need to have 2 separate... This is interesting. I'm going to have 2 separate materials. One is going to be the edge of the watermelon, and then one is going to be the inside, like, gradient. And then we're going to make the surface look kind of funky. So I am going to... I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm going to try my best to select just this side. That worked really, really well. And this side is going to be our starting material. So I'll go to my material preview. I'll add a new material. I'll just make it, I don't know, green. I'll click assign. I'll do select invert. I will make a new material. I'll just make it white so we can see it. Now we have a white material and a green material. I'll go into my shading tab, press A to select everything, frame selected, and now we'll start building out our material. I need to pull my image back up so I can see what the watermelon looks like. All right, so I think I'm going to start with the middle material, which is the inside, and I'm going to make it have this kind of like color ramp gradient. And we're going to control the gradient with, probably with an empty, just to keep things like pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and select our red color. We'll go ahead and bring that all the way up here. We'll plug it in right here. And now we have to control like where it starts and stops. So I'll do texture coordinate, mapping, and then I'll go ahead and plug this in here. And then now you can mess around with this. It's kind of a pain. I've never really found that it's like easy. You can if you want to. Like you can go to your top-down view here. You can mess around like this, right? Go here. Now you can kind of see like it's not really following like the direction, if you will, of our watermelon. So what we can do, the edges shouldn't be beveled, you said? Yeah. Well, we can cut this cleaner if we'd like to. And the other part is we can make this smoother, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Let me do a gradient texture. I'm going to plug this in. I believe I plugged it in before. We'll do radial. Let's get this out of here for a second. All right, so we'll do spherical. I'm going to do an empty plane axis. I'm going to target that plane axis. We're going to use the object. What we should be able to do is drag this around and control our factor of our color ramp. This has to be right here. Why is it being weird? It's acting a little bit funky here. Radial should not, no, it should be radial. Ah, there we go. That'll be fine. I'm fine with that as a workaround. Okay, now that we got our perfect sphere, I can go in here and I can, this is gonna be a pain, but I can use proportional editing to like curve this back around. This is definitely what I want. Actually, you know what? I might be able to just do some mapping here and squeeze it on the Y. Can I scale it? I feel like pretty confident that that's going to look half decent. You can keep moving it out if you want to. It does have like sort of a more abrupt like ending to it, so I'm going to kind of bring this in a little bit. Has a slight like fall off. I feel it looks decent. I mean, a lot of this is going to come down to like the surface texture and how good we can make that look. And then there's like some slight subsurface scattering, but I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay. All right, let's go to our other material and we'll come back to this one. So for other material, I'm thinking of driving everything with a noise texture and a color ramp. And then our color ramp will basically have high contrast, and then we'll just choose 2 colors from our, we'll do high detail. I think I'll just choose 2 colors from our image. I think I'll do like a dark green, and then I have to do like maybe a lighter green, something like that. And we'll use some surface texture as well. I think I'm gonna do one more color in there. I want this color here too. There we go. Looks decent. High detail, high roughness, maybe a lower scale. And then we want it to be kind of striped. So what I'll do is I will do some mapping. Texture coordinate. Yeah, this is actually a fun project. I mean, the hardest part about these types of things is getting the getting everything to look the way that you want it to. Like right now, like if I wanted this to look more striped, I could scale it down like this, right? Could lower the detail. Usually the more detail you have, the better. And then you want a lot of contrast. It's tough. It's tough because like right now in RenderDo, this isn't going to look fantastic. Cycles, GPU. I'm just going to add an area light so I can see like what is going on here. Yeah, so like this is obviously too bright. Let's get an environment texture on here. Just choose this one, that's fine. Yeah, this isn't looking really that great. We also want to dye the roughness down a little bit. We want it to be like slightly metallic, nothing too crazy. And you know what? We need that fall off green in the other material too. We need green, and we need it to be right here, and we need it to be like a light green. There we go. That definitely, it's funny how like just that little detail helps so much. So that looks good. And then I think what I'm going to do, oh man, there's a lot I could do here. The first thing I think I do is give it a little bit of like real displacement. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to, this is going to be a tough one because I'm going to have to displace just this area right here, which I do think is possible. I think I can just make a vertex group. I think that'll work. Let's try it. Displace vertex group. Yeah, I can do just that vertex group. Let's do a new displacement. Let's make it called clouds. Let's do 0.01, really low scale. Okay. All right, good. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I want this to seem like really chunky, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense on that, but there we go. A little bit more subtle. Again, more subtle. Depth. This is like, I don't know what this last one does. So that's clouds. Let's try Stucky. Let's try Voronoi. Voronoi doesn't look bad. Now, we can add a subdiv on top of this. We have to be careful because this is really going to slow down Blender. But it's going to make our result look a little bit more believable. And now we have like a, I guess like a rougher texture to that specific area. Now, smoothing this out will be really interesting. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that yet. I'm tempted to say I could add one more color swatch to our gradient. Let me grab this color here. Let me copy this color. I bet you didn't know you could do that. Add a color swatch, paste it in. Oh crap, why is there... There we go. Bro, what is happening here? Oh my god, bro. Oh, I know what's happening. It's extremely hard to see where the heck my color swatches are. That is why that's what's happening here. This needs to be white. We need white, green, and then we need our new green, which is right here. I'm gonna push this up here. Okay. Now I think if we scale this in and out, yep. that. And then we take, I wish I could zoom in even more. So difficult to do what I'm trying to do right now. My God, bro. That's fine. We can always come back to that part. Anyway, I'm just trying to make it blend in a little bit better with this edge here. But you know what we can do? I'm pretty sure I can do a fall off at the end. Bro, that's what I can do. I can go here. I think I can do a mixed shader. I think this will work. I don't know 100%, but I think if I do a mixed shader, your PC can't handle this. Mine dev can't. I know. This is going to be an interesting one. I don't know if this is going to work. Because technically... Dude, this is technically a different part of the mesh. I almost wonder... Oh, I should have kept... bro, I really should have kept that. I should have kept it, all the modifiers and stuff. It's alright. See something here. Nah, I'm not doing it like this. What was I gonna do there? I know I'm just trying to figure out what I was gonna do here, and I don't remember. You know what? Now that I have this selected, let's do this. Select more. Okay, that helps. Select more. All right, let's do this. Now let's assign this material. No. There we go. All right, that helped a lot. That helped a ton. Okay, I'm a little bit happier about that. And we can make the edges a little more, I almost said more crisper. We can make them more crisper, guys. All right, cool. All right, now this material on the inside should be shinier. We know that, right? And it should also have an actual surface bump, which is gonna look like this. Voronoi. I try Voronoi. We'll do the color into a bump height. Normal. Into the normal. Right now, you're not going to see too much because we got to adjust the distance. Hello? We got to adjust the distance. There we go. All right, let's adjust the scale. This is the strength. Detail. Now we're talking. Better. Definitely better. Let me also add a plane underneath of this, because I want to be able to see what's going on here. And I want to change my HDRI. I'm not loving the lighting. All right, now you can kind of see the surface texture a little bit better. Now making it porous is absolutely going to be the hardest part. This just gives it like a little bit of subtleness. All right, let's see if we can do some subsurface. This will be interesting. I really don't know how this is going to look. Ugh. Oopsies. I'm not really sure what that value is doing. We'll get to the seeds in a second. I'm just trying to figure out like why this looks so weird. Procedural watermelon is tough, bro. Procedural watermelon, bro, is crazy. Working around UV mapping. Oh, you're asking if I am, or you're saying, you know what's crazy? You know what I think? You know what I think? This material actually, bro, it does not need to be changed too much. There we go. That's a little bit better. In fact, if anything, it needs to be stretched the opposite way. It's not looking terrible. It's just, it's tough because they have this lighting. Their lighting is always different. In these photos, they're always like professional. They have like a nice big area light, or well, area light. Not, yep, because everybody calls them area lights, right? Let's do this. Let's dumb this thing down to 1, right? Let's reduce the radius here. I kind of want to see. We can do this. Yeah, can we somehow replicate the lighting at least a little bit to a certain extent? All right, now I see that. Okay, wait, my subsurface is way too much, bro. Maybe just a little bit. I'm pressing A, S, Y. Metallic. That's helping a little bit with like the surface. It's just like, it doesn't look too incredibly realistic. It's just like hard to do. It's hard to like make this thing look like actual watermelon, bro. Who knew watermelon would be so difficult, bro? Less white, more red. Use a color for subsurface radius. Input, separate separate colors first. Which one, for the weight or for the radius? Dude, you know what I wonder too? Subsurface is like, I guess, is it work? I can't even tell if it's working at all. I guess it is working a little bit. Ugh. Oh, bro. Wait a minute. I wonder... Well, first of all, can I duplicate this? Oh, pfft. Guys, I mean, it's perfect. What can I say? That's funny. That's actually kind of funny. If I duplicate it in here, what would happen? Oh, that's funny. Alright, yeah, radius. Okay, cool. Alright, so another thing I'm thinking, you know what, bro? Now that I'm thinking about it, they probably had minimal light on the outside from their, like, environment. I wonder if I make this rougher. Dude, watermelon's a pain. I think I'm done with this stinking watermelon, bro. Is the displacement too much? Is that better? It's hard to tell. Watermelon's a PIA, bro. I'm done with watermelon, bro. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing any more watermelon. I'm so done, bro. Someone the other day said pretzel or like candy. I think, did someone say gummy bear? I don't remember. It's always a fun one. Sugar-coated gummy bears. Bro, how do I have popcorn on my head? What the heck, brother? Alright, don't worry about that. That's what happens when you have kids, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Should we make these guys? Thoughts? Ooh, what does everybody think? Should we make some gummy bears in blender? Look at the little gummy bears! Gotta fight the dad bod. This is a good reference image. I like this. I want it. I just need regular gummy bear. Because I need to model it. Dare we? Could you please do a plastic Ziploc lunch bag with something inside of it? The little ones with pink and blue at the top. This? With something inside of it. Yeah, I mean, so with something like this, like, I'll tell you what, we'll put the gummy bears inside of this, but for something like this, yeah, where can I get here. Ziploc bag, bro? Where the heck is this, like, a nice... God, can anybody find a high-quality image of a Ziploc bag anymore? Good Lord. There we go. That one is tough. Every time I made the shader, it was horrible. Did you model the whole thing and then you added the shader afterwards? I would say for something like this, they are going to be tougher than they sound. Well, when you start filling things, then that's when it becomes difficult. But I'm going to show you guys something really cool, and you're going to be like, "Holy mackerel! That's the coolest thing I've ever seen." So what we can do, just hear me out. Hear me out. Here's the process. You ready for the process? I'm going to write it down, and we're going to check things off as we go, and you guys are going to learn a lot. Model gummy bear, right? Model sides of the plastic bag. Model top of the plastic bag. Model, or not model, simulate shrink wrap. Cloth dynamics for bag. Make gummy bears the collision object. This is the workflow. The shader was crap, yeah. So glass and transparent things are really hard to do. So we'll start by modeling the gummy bear. I promise we'll get to your Ziploc bag. And then we'll go from there. So like what I'll do right now is I'll scale this down a bunch. Like we're gonna make them, you know what, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna end up instancing them anyway, but for this object, I think I might just do something really simple and do like a bunch of like spheres and then just remesh and smooth it. Like something like really, really basic, okay? So just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, bro. UV sphere. Let's go. Get with the program. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the head. I mean, this is going to be super, super basic. It's really not even going to be, like, it's going to be, like, embarrassingly basic, bro. You'll see. All right. Okay, that looks good. Oh, crap. What happened here? Brother. Crap. What happened? I selected something I didn't mean to select. Okay, that was my fault. There we go. I was like, brother. All right. So, hear me out. So now that we have the like really, really basic shape, you guys are gonna laugh, but like, I mean, this is how I would go about doing it. I would probably remesh and subdivide or reverse that order. I might subdivide first. There we go. Actually, now I'm sorry. This, and this all need to be the same size, really, roughly. I feel like that doesn't look terrible. Now, I forgot the mouth. All right, that doesn't look terrible. Gummy bear needs a doctor, bro. Guaranteed, brother. Ugh. Change my mind again. All right, it's not your best gummy bear, but you get the rough idea. Convert it to a mesh. Ooh, brother. Ooh. All right, I'm fine with that. And the nose looks bad, but just ignore the nose. All right, Let's scale this guy down. Let's set the origin to geometry. Object apply scale. Let's hide this. We have our gummy bear. Congratulations, you have made a gummy bear. All right, let's scatter a bunch of these guys in like a little cube here. Okay, we're gonna pretend like this cube is the inside of the bag. We're gonna name this gummy bear. All right, we're gonna go to our geometry node setup mesh to volume. Distribute points in volume. We need our gummy bear for our instance object, instance on points. Density needs to be pretty high. And the scale is relative. And then the gummy bear, we can take this guy, scale him up a little bit. I'm gonna randomly translate, or sorry, I'm gonna randomly rotate and scale these guys. Or probably just, I'm sorry, only randomly instance rotate. Rotate instances, random value. Just do this. That looks good. And then what we'll do is we'll do a higher density, maybe 200. I don't know. Because these guys, we want to squeeze these guys into a bag. So I actually might even take this and do something more like that. They're all going to be in a bag together. There's going to be a lot of them, right? They're going to be kind of stacked. They're going to be squished. Just see something. I feel like that's probably fine for starters. All right, so there's your gummy bears inside the bag. Now let's get our reference for our bag. Okay, here's our bag. All right, let's hide this. This is the gummy instancer. Hide this, hide this, hide this. All right, now let's model a bag with a plane. Scale this up. All right, so we have this is going to be the front of our bag. I will subdivide this. I feel like that might be enough. I'm going to duplicate, or actually, I'm going to duplicate this. Now we have two of them, okay? Now for the top, I'm going to duplicate this again. I'm going to tab, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to start from scratch for the top of this. In fact, these guys will get hidden. Hide, hide. Now for the top of this, let me think. This top part is such a pain, so I'm going to do a really, really basic version of it. And I promise if you want more detail, we can, Thank you. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, and that's the thing is you can sculpt. Yeah, you can sculpt and further refine. Yeah. So, all right, I'm just going to do the top of this. Super basic. Don't judge, guys. It's really going to be basic. Shoot. Okay. Like, I mean, I'm talking literally like something like this. Like literally like this. Right? Maybe a little subdiv action. I mean, nothing crazy. All right. Okay. Perfect. All right, now the magic. Let's turn everything back on. Let's hide what we don't need. We have our gummy bears. These should be sitting pretty much perfectly in the middle. They are. We have our bag sides, right? And now it's time to like simulate. Now this is the part that's going to get kind of annoying, but also not in an awful way. I'm going to actually delete one side real quick, and I'm going to take the outer edge loops. These are going to be where our pin groups are anyway, but I'm going to bring these in. So here's our outer edge loops. I'm going to bring them in on the Y like this, okay? This is going to be the start of the bag on this side. This is going to make sense once we do this. I'm going to tab into edit mode, RZ 180, flip it. Again, just coming in here, G, Y. We'll just make them as close as we can. We can always adjust these later, okay? Now, for these guys in here, what we want to do is we want to basically treat these guys as our, like, how do I say this? We want to treat these guys like a convex hull, and then we want to, like, wrap our object around these dudes. So I'm actually going to duplicate this. Whoa, what the heck? Sorry, what the heck was that? I don't know why that's... Oh, am I in edit mode? No, I'm not. Bro, what the heck was that? All right, you know what? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Let me just show you guys what we're going to do. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. All right, this is going to become a cloth dynamic. So watch this. Cloth dynamics, right? When I press play, this is going to fall like a cloth. Now, if I add a cube underneath of it, I just want to show you so you understand what the process is. If I make this a collider, and then I make sure that it is an effector in our collection, I press play. Look, see how... So, okay, does everyone see that? Let me just back this up again. When I press play, notice how now our plastic bag is now like actually a plastic bag and it actually reacts to something. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pin the edges of the plastic bag and then we're going to pull it in towards our object, and that should give us like a, you know, realistic looking object. Now the other thing you can do is you can just add some turbulence, model the rest of the plastic bag yourself, and that's that, right? It's really like up to you guys how you want to do it, but I want to try it my way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do is edge boundary as our pin group. I think this will work. We're going to try it. I'm going to press play. Ha! It works. So what it's doing, it's taking this edge boundary. I didn't have to make a vertex group. And now, guess what? It's working. I think I might do an edge loop here, here. I just want to see what it looks like when I do that. It's weird. It's still acting the way it did before. All right, I guess we don't need them. Oh, I thought we would. I thought we would, but that's fine. All right, so now that we have it all working correctly, we can change the stretchiness, the bendiness. We can press play again. And again, it's just the same old as it ever was. Wow, I feel like I sound like David Bowie or something. All right, so let me do the select, invert, bring all this in. Press play. Awesome. All right, now how do we make it react to the gummies? This is kind of the tough part. We need an object in here, okay, that takes our gummies and basically makes like a convex hull of them. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. One, you can just keep them where they're at, or at the end you can realize the instances, and then you can turn them. You can turn this whole thing into a collider. I could probably do a convex hull first. Oh crap, bro. It's gonna crash Blender, I meant. Have you tried using Claude and the Blender MCP plugin for your workflow? I just started using Blender and it makes it 200 times easier. I can show you what I made. I'd love to see what you made, but again, unfortunately, I'm really not that interested in using AI for my artwork right now. Just because I don't know, I kind of like doing it from scratch. Nothing against your workflow. I'm sure it's great, but I don't know. I think I like learning these things from scratch. I feel like it keeps me sharp. It keeps me thinking about new ideas, and so I kind of just stick with what I'm doing. But again, nothing against it. Yeah, not at all. Wireframe mentioned. Wait, what? From Warframe? Warframe. It's not, there's nothing wrong with using AI for certain things, but like for this, I probably wouldn't use it. I'd get my result faster doing what I'm trying to do, in my opinion. In my opinion. Again, I'm not you. I don't get to decide what you do with your life, right? All right, so what I really wanted to do with this is I wanted to turn this into a convex hull. Now down here we have our effectors, so I can decide if I want this gummy bear instancer to be an effector. And the way I can do that is I can take the geometry and do a convex hull. I just want to see if this is even going to work at all first. Perfect. So what it does, oh, it's even better. It takes a convex hull of every single gummy bear. That's perfect. Check this out. All I have to do now is plug this in here. Take these guys. I need to turn this into a collider. Now what's really cool about Blender is it lets you do all of this in the same node group. So what should happen now is everything should bounce out of the way of these convex hulls. See if it's working. Is it working? It is. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think it is actually working. We might even be able to take a convex hull of the convex hull. I'm not making sense, am I? Hold on. So we have this, right? Let me go back to the start of the simulation. Can we take a convex hull of that now? But if I realize these instances first, can I see something? Here they all are. Can I do a convex hull of the instances? I'm just curious if this is going to work or not. If it does, that's great. There it is. There's a convex hull of the instances. Now, I wonder if I can turn that into a collider and then plug our simulation back in. I do think that this might be a little slower because it's going to be trying to calculate that convex hull. And since there's a bunch of instances behind it, it is working though. Look, it is working. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to delete this. When we press play, we get the normal cloth. That's perfect. Now, if you want this to just be like a normal plastic bag, I would just go right into sculpting mode. But anyway, the one thing that you really wanted was the shading. So let me help you out with that real quick, and then we'll come back. I get sidetracked pretty easily. I apologize for that. So what, did you just do the shader and it just didn't look good at all? Is that what happened? That happens a lot with things like this. So what I would do is you can use a glass BSDF. I would literally just do something like this: transmission high, roughness low, shade it smooth. Now, at the end of the day, you're going to have two of these, so I would Shift D, RZ 180. Bro, why am I not able to? There we go. So you weren't able to make it look like a plastic bag? Was that the problem? Let me get rid of this GeoNode setup for a second. Kind of want to make this a little smoother. Cloud background for gummies is crazy, bro. Our gummies! Anyway, I'm getting distracted again. But, alright, so if you wanted this plastic bag to look like a plastic bag, I would do this. I would do convert to mesh. I would go to your sculpting. And I think there's a cloth tool. Where is it? Simulation. Here we go. Drag cloth. Where is it? Grab random cloth. Yeah, bro, look at this. Boom. That last one might have been a little bit too much. There you go. There's your plastic bag. And then what you could do in the middle is you could expand and inflate the cloth right here where the gummy bears are. Let me increase the size a little bit. Oops. All right. That is where we will put the gummy bears. and we'll fill the gummy bears to the brim. Now, it kept looking like glass instead of plastic. I got you. All right, so if you want it to look like plastic instead of glass, one thing I would do is raise the roughness a little bit. I would lower the transmission weight a little bit. I would increase the weight of the coat, which is like, I guess, the outer glossiness, if you will. And then if you really need to, and I've done this a few times, but I'll just do a mix shader, and I'll mix it with a transparent BSDF. It's tough. Plastic is tough. So right now, this is completely transparent, and then this is your like plastic. Another thing, they do have a new option on here, thin wall, and this will treat it more like plastic, so you might just be able to get away with just that. I feel like that looks a little bit better. Again, roughness, you can keep that low. This should be shaded smooth anyway. How's it looking? Not terrible. All right, we need to come back to our... Oh, wait, why does it look so weird? Ah, better. All right, there is your whatever, your cloth. Set material. Let's get a material for our gummies. I feel like that looks a little bit better. All right, let's do this. I'm going to show you guys a really cool trick. We can make all these gummies completely different flavors. We can also give them some subsurface scattering. Everybody loves some subsurface scattering. Whoa. Ready for this, guys? We're going to add a few color stops on here. We're going to add orange. We're going to add yellow. We're going to add, I don't know, green. We're going to add blue, or whatever color comes next. That's fine. We need one more. How about purple? And then we're going to plug it into the base color, and it's going to look really weird because we have to tell Blender to treat all these objects as separate, well, basically separate objects. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to do an attribute, and we're going to hook it up to geometry nodes. And I believe we can just do the, is it the factor into this? I think it is. I want to say it's factor. I'm going to say gradient. Now we will go back to geometry nodes. Go to our material selection. I'm going to hide the bag real quick so we can see this. I'm going to do named attribute, or not named attribute, stored named attribute. Yeah. And we'll do that right before the material. We'll call it a float. That's fine. We'll call it gradient. And then I believe we can do mesh island. Or is it per index? We want to do instance, per instance. We do island index, or not island index. Random value. You have to plug this in here, I believe. We have to realize the instances. We might. There it is. All right, so when you realize the instances, you basically are plugging in a random value, and you're saying for the mesh island, which is like an individual island, we can basically say, okay, now I want to make each one of these a separate color. Where is our plastic bag? There it is. Now this is not perfect, and we didn't add the sugar coating yet, but this gives you like a rough idea of like kind of how to go about it. And it gives you random colors, which is nice. Then you can focus more on just like the shaders themselves. So like for the gummy bears, I might even just reduce the roughness. I might go down here, give them a sheen coat. I want them to be really nice and shiny, right? Might even make them a little bit metallic. See how they're looking now. They should look more like gummy bears now. They're a little bit too shiny. They look like car paint, but you get the rough concept. And then there's your gummy bears. You have your subsurface scattering. You can, probably should reduce this. You can reduce the metallic, maybe reduce the weight of the coat a little bit, make them a little bit less shiny. Really depends, because some of them are shiny out there, but it gives you a rough idea of how to go about it. And just like that, we have something pretty cool. Wow. I'm proud of it. I mean, me personally. All right, you guys ready to see something else really cool? But wait, there's more. Where's our original gummy bear? There he is. Check this out. We're going to copy this guy. One object copied. And I'm going to show you something really cool. You ready? Here's our object right here. We're going to drop this guy on a cube, but we're not going to use traditional physics. We're going to use something called geometry nodes. We'll add a collider. We'll click on our bear. We'll add a cloth dynamics. And we'll go ahead and press play. It's working. He's falling. But he's not going to interact with this until we add this. Now, right now, this is going to be pretty funky looking. Let's go ahead and see what happens. He might just collapse into nothing. Ooh, buddy, boy's having a bad day. Now, we can make this bounce off of here if we raise the bendiness to 0.5. Let's see what happens now. Oh, wait. No, wait. Where is it? Sorry, that is not what we're supposed to do. Damping. Bro, where is it? Bro, I literally just did this the other day. What the heck? Gummy melt. That was not what was supposed to happen. Hold on. Bro, I literally had this working the other day. You know what we need to do? We need to, this thing needs to be unsubdivided. Hold on. Need to go to convert our edge, unsubdivide, edge, unsubdivide. All right, let's try it now. Bro is having the worst of days. Bro, you're embarrassing me, brother. Edge, unsubdivide. Better. Grease pencil? I've never done anything in grease pencil, but it doesn't mean it can't happen. It's annoying because I've literally gotten this to work before. Try this. A little bit better. So you can also inflate it with a force field, but we haven't gotten there yet. Try this. Ah, duh. Let me reduce the mass per point. Bro is not having a good time. Gummy bear, are you okay? All right, you guys ready to see something really cool? And then we'll come back. I'm going to turn gravity off. And you're probably thinking, well, that's great. But then, wait a second. Yo, I can't. Ready, guys? Are you ready for this? Oh. Oh my gosh, brother. Bro is having the worst of days, man. The worst of days. Oh my gosh. Oh, see ya, Buckaroo. And yes, it does work when you animate it. All right, enough of that nonsense. Let's move forward. What else do you guys want to see tonight? What else do you want to see? While you answer that, allow me to go get a snack. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute, and by the time I get back, I would like to see the most ridiculous suggestions. Did I spell ridiculous? Peppa Pig is crazy, bro. Troll doll. Yeah, that's actually true. It would. All right, hold on. Dude. But why do we have these? What were we doing? Yo, that is scary. Why do I, like, remember this? Like, what is... Dude. Coin flip's a cool idea. Can someone please tell me why the heck our parents gave us these stupid things? I don't know. Were they? Were they in a toy store? As creepy as this is actually good modeling reference. Save this. Am I really about to model this stupid thing? What's high Davianian weapons? Oh my god, I did not spell that. High Devonian? These? Alright. We're gonna vote. Ready for the vote? Ready and vote. Bro, can we do some casual jazz? Can we do like live jazz radio? You guys cool with that? Yeah, let me just... You guys cool with like a little bit more casual? Wait, why do you weirdos want the doll? Yeah, center his belly button on the origin. Actually, I kind of have to because I need it. It needs to be like at least somewhat. Can you crop this? Hold on, I thought you could like crop the image now. That would be kind of nice if you could, though, wouldn't it? Bro, look at this guy up here. I cannot believe I'm making this in Blender. What is wrong with you guys, bro? Alright. You guys left me no choice. I gotta do it now, right? What is... This dude looks so weird, bro. They're an add-on? Bro, should I make a troll generator? Plot twist, I have to do this all in geometry nodes. Let's start with bro's gut. Bro's gut is literally, it's literally a sphere. What does bro eat? It's literally a sphere. Like, I don't even think I need to really do much to this. Let's turn on proportional editing. I do need to grab this and bring it up just a little bit here. There we go. Like, these set unrealistic body standards for us. I can't, bro. I can't. Why are we doing this, bro? Who said? Who actually just told me to do this? Like, what are you doing? The fact that I'm doing this, bro, like something's wrong with me, bro. I'm just gonna take a cylinder, extrude it down, all that good stuff. Yo. Oh crap, we gotta do the toes, bro. That was crazy. They only got 4. I only got 4 toes. What's up with that? Alright, so we gotta do... Actually, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or do we do... this is about to be a big old mess. We could do 1, 2, 3. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, they're so... Actually, I'm glad I'm on this angle because now I realize that this whole thing has to be straightened out. So let's do this. At the front, it's flatter, so let's do this. Oh, that's better. That's better. And they kind of like... Why does bro have like the weirdest cankles? Like, what the heck? All right. Either way, though, all seriousness, if I wanted to model this properly, I would probably want to flatten it out even more. So let's select some of these guys. All right, let's just pretend we're modeling this for a client, okay? They ate the 5th? Oh, the 5th grade? How long till AI does all the work? Bro, get out of here. We're having fun. I know you didn't mean anything by that, but I don't know, bro. How about I'll do it? I'll do the work. I want to do the work. I live for this stuff, bro. This is my life. All right, the big toe is pretty big, and then the pinky gets like progressively bigger. I'm tempted to say, do we take this toe? Or hold on, do we take this and like squeeze this in a little bit? This is gonna be. We'll make it 1 toe, 2 toe. One, 2, 3, 4. And then I just position these. Bro, I've never thought so much about something so silly, bro. Oh, crap. You know what? I feel like it would be kind of like that. Oh, I didn't even fill the bottom, actually. So you know what? I might just be able to... I might be able to take these guys. Yep, I can get away with it, I think. Oh, sneaky, bro. Now we're going to have to fix a few small things here. 1, 2, 3, GX. You know what? We'll come back to that. Let's see what happens if we subdivide. Yeah, we'll need some work. It'll definitely need some work. Fallout New Vegas? Yeah, no, this looks horrible, but we'll get to it. And you know what? Part of me, please tell me I can go back, bro. Yes. Okay, I can't go back any more than this, but that's okay. What I think I might do is I might just take this, bro. Mono the nubs. You know what I'm saying? Or something like this. And then I'll just take... Let's take the top edges, the bottom edges. Proportional scaling. Perfect. That's a perfect nub. Thoughts, guys? And then you just take this whole group. Yeah, it looks better. And then what we'll do is we'll scale it up a little bit, move it up, and then I'll eventually end up probably pushing some of this back. If not most of it. Bro, I'm feeling pretty fancy right now with this music. I'm not gonna lie. Ugh. How do you work, my friend? Because you look to be very simple. I think I might indulge in a little bit of proportional modeling. A little something like this. Why do I feel like bro definitely has a butt? Like I definitely am gonna have to end up modeling this dude's butt. I don't know how I feel about that. That's fine. Gotta cut this bad boy in half real quick. Close your eyes. Boom. This will be... Well, this will be interesting. Let me think. Let me think on it. I think I'll probably do something similar to last time where it's like, this piece comes out of here, right? Disconnects. Now I have this weird thing to grid fill. Now I have something that looks like this, and now it's up to me to like make a hand out of this. All right. All right, proportional editing. I know what you're thinking. Wow, that was a lot. Did I really need to make that many? Did I really need to make that many loop cuts? You're darn stinking right I did, brother. Shoot. What the heck happened here, bro? Come on, cuz. All right, let's give a subdiv to this guy. Not bad. I mean, we're coming along. We're coming along. That's a good idea. Okay. All right. Oopsies. All right, so we got the paw. Here's what I'm thinking, because I'm probably gonna have to go into sculpt mode. I'm thinking this. Okay, good. All right, let's go to X-ray mode here. So really what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take what I know. I'm going to kind of start building this mesh out. And I'm just going to do my absolute best to kind of create this hand like shape. Yep, all right, perfect. And then I'm going to solidify it. I'm going to bring it all right about here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I might even subdivide it one more time. And then I'll probably like end up remeshing it and then smoothing it. Perfect. Remesh. I think something like that. Kind of looking to like make it smoother, right? Now, there is one thing that I will say. I might actually get rid of the solidify. I actually might just extrude it myself on the Y. And I might just do something like this. And then I may do... I'm just going to select the front ones too. Rotate these guys. Now that'll help. So when we go to sculpt it, I feel like we're gonna be able to bring it all in together and then just kind of smooth it out. I mean, it's always easier said than done. I have no idea what you're talking about. I believe you already answered the question, but he's I'm not sure what you meant. Sorry guys, did I miss the was there something you guys were talking about? And if so, I apologize for missing it. That's my fault. How are we looking so far? Not terrible. Again, I don't know what the back of these guys looks like, and I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared to look. Like, do they have a butt or do they not? Like, I don't... I'm, like, scared to look it up because I don't want to get banned on here. Could someone look it up for me, please? And just tell me, because I don't want to look it up right now. Alright. Oh man, this is going to be fun. This face. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't even know where to start. Maybe with a sphere. I feel like you can kind of like always start from a sphere. Dude, this is going to be a tough one. It's like, how do you even... All right, let's do this. Let's delete half of the vertices. We will do a little bit of a mirror here. All right. You know I love me some remeshing. Oof. And what can I say? It looks amazing. Why is it? It's a little bit better. Okay, I'm good with that. Why is everything creased again? Bro, what the heck? Looks... Is it the smooth modifier? I feel like it got rid of the shape that I wanted, but... Oh my gosh, bro. No, I've never seen one, no. They do, but haha. The most important feature, bruh. Oh, man. You know what's crazy? If you look, the mouth is like so similar to what we just made. But you know what? We're going to hide this for just a second. Bro, this bro's kind of creeping me out, I'm not gonna lie. Why is he looking at me like that, bro? Oh, yeah. I remember the Toy Story buggy. Alright, I have no choice but to continue, even though I really don't want to. Well, I mean, let's do an easy part. This is easy. It's almost worse, bro. Bro, why does he have those weird things around his eyes? Like, what is happening, bro? Hold up. Dude. Bro is creeping me out. He's creeping me out, bro. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see. This will be an interesting, this will be interesting. See if we can select the correct face here. Let's play this game of which thing am I extruding? Ooh, I was darn close. We could extrude both of these. And of course, move them back on the Y. We need... Yo, why does he like is bro like a crop circle? Like, what is happening right now? Like, what is actually... Someone can tell me what is happening? That would be great. I don't know, bro. He's creeping me out. I don't know. Do you have any tips for getting a sense of depth when modeling from 2D? Always have more reference images. Yo, this guy's creepy, bro. This guy's creepy. What can I say? He's creepy. He's creepy. And I don't do character modeling. You guys know this. I do not do character modeling, bro. I'm creeped out. I'm creeped out, and I'm done. Alright, let's see if we can get this weird... Bro, why is this, like, the worst thing I've ever seen, though? That's the thing. It's getting worse, bro. It's getting... I hate this, bro. I hate this. This is like one of those client projects where they're like, yeah, I'm going to need this done, like, really, really fast. This is like the worst client project in the world. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm just... Tell me it gets better from here. Like, tell me it gets better. Oh. Oh. Oh, crap. You know what? There we go, that's better. Oh, bro, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. I hate it. I hate it. Why? Who suggested this stupid... Oh my gosh, bro. You're done. You're all fired. No more suggestions from any of you. I hate that it wraps... Like, I'm absolutely hating the fact that it just keeps going. Like, it just keeps wrapping around. Like, why? I don't know what I hate more. The fact that it's, like, half, like, decent, or that I just... Yeah, it looks so bad. Like, it doesn't look bad. It looks okay. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say. I know what I want to say. I want to be dunzos with this. I'm ready to move on to the next project, bro. And I think I just selected something that I didn't mean to. Oh my gosh, bro. This is like, you know what this reminds me of? Is that episode where SpongeBob can see into his own brain. Do you not guys know the episode that I'm talking about? Where bro can see into his own brain? It's just the creepiest thing, bro. Oh, like, what were the creators, like, actually thinking, bro? And why? There we go. Like, why can't I select his bottom face? There we go. Oh my gosh, bro. I hate this so much, bro. With a passion. There we go. Bro needs to calm the heck down, bro. Guys, somehow it's still not better. So... Oh my god. I know. Maybe. I'm just... That's like the one part I really don't want to do. Oh, I'm tempted, like, to say, should I just sculpt this whole thing from scratch? But I'm like, I honestly don't know if I'm capable of, like, doing that. The craziest part, bro, is why is it that if I take this piece, like, why is this, like, actually the same thing here, but upside down, bro? Why is it? Bro, why did that actually work? What is happening, bro? Why did they... Bro, whoever was making this was like, you know what? I know. I'll just use this. We're actually like semi close to being done, I think. All right, you know what? I gotta see it through, bro. I have to see this through. I have to, right? I have to. Whose idea was, bro? Whose idea was this? You're done. You're done. I'm banning you from the chat for life, bro. For life. Obviously, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Everything's gonna be fine. Because you know why? We are going to proportional modeling this guy. Proportional modeling, I mean mirror. Actually, you know what I need to do? Might as well just make the rest of the darn head with this stupid thing. Oh my gosh, bro. Remesh it 1,000 times, bro. Smooth it. What am I missing here? Oh, I need... There's really not much substance to this part here. In fact, I think it kind of like tucks around. Like comes here. Why is this... This part looks weird and I can't tell why. Hold on. Because there's like a space... Ah, I know why. There's supposed to be like a space here. This has to come down. Have I mentioned to you guys that I hate this? No? I didn't? Oh. Well, allow me to mention it again. Also, I realize now how much this piece right here actually extends out. It literally extends. Why does this piece extend all the way to the cheekbone? Like, why? Like, what is bro doing? And why? Okay, so the cheekbone comes out further. That's good to know. And this... Wait a second. Either the eyes aren't out enough or something's off here. What's off? What's off? How we doing? I feel like it was fine the way before. I think once we have like an actual idea of like what the head looks like, we are actually like we're getting kind of close. I guess we need the ears. The cheeks are too wide. Let's see. Are they? Or the cheeks aren't quite tall enough, are they? So like this would need to come up here. Can I do proportional editing on this? Or can I do mirror modifier? It might not work because I might need to do clipping. Oh, we're gonna remesh that anyway though. Hold on. That's fine. Beautiful. You know what's crazy? Like proportional editing is kind of like sculpting, like in a weird way. Like it's like the poor man's sculpting. All right, let's do these stinking ears, and then I'm done. And then we're gonna sculpt the whole thing and finish it and be done with it forever and ever. Autobots, roll out. I could not agree more, bro. Could not agree more. It doesn't, it really just isn't, it's not a good look, bro. It's not a good look. Who, the real question is, because, like, does that mean there had to be a 3D model out there of this thing? I feel like it definitely means there had to have been a mold for it, because this is probably like an injection molded thing. So, like, whoever made this, bro, was literally on drugs, because this is crazy. But I digress. Allow me to cook, ladies and gentlemen. You guys ready to learn how to make an ear? First step, rotate your ear. Second step, scale your ear down to like roughly the size of what it should be. Third step, this is such a weird looking thing. Third step, because I'm going to try to make this look somewhat organic, inset your ear. Inset again. Bring this in. Turn your proportional editing off. Tab. SX. All right, yeah, that looks good. All right, and then just add in a sphere. I feel like that's pretty much it. Bro, why does his head come back like that? Hold on a second. Is that actually how it looks? Wait, what? No. This guy looks different. No. But it does come back this direction, and I think it goes like this. And it definitely gets smoothed out. I hate this guy so much, bro. I hate him so much. I am sculpting the hard surface way, and I'm regretting every single moment of it. All right, first things first. Let's do this. Let's convert all these to a mesh. Let's join them. This is all one mesh. Oh crap, I accidentally combined the ears. Whatever. This will combine with this, and this. Convert to mesh. Join. I'm going to keep the eyes and these weird things in here, but the rest can get joined all together. 1, 2. Actually, you know what? We'll keep it slightly separate. Let's do the body first, because I don't think there's a crazy amount we need to do to the body. Let's remesh it. 0.05. I just want to see what we'll get with the remesh. Okay, it's not going to work. So we're going to need to remesh at a higher level. Let's try remeshing at 0.01. Ah, looks great. That'll clearly work. All right, we'll try to remesh at this. This is going to go well. Bro, I'm sorry, but why are you destroying my mesh, brother? The heck do you absolutely think you're doing? All right, you know what? I wonder if we can just smooth it out by hand. Or can we remesh it ourselves smoothly? This might not work the way that I thought it was going to. Can we do voxel? Where are the legs, bro? Where are the legs? What? Dude, like, I don't understand, like... Wait, is there an auto remesh? How do you do auto remesh? Oh, bro, hold on a second. What are we thinking? Can't we just do geometry nodes? Where are the legs? Where are my legs, bro? I just recalculated them, bro. What is happening to my mesh, bro? I'm done with this stupid project, bro. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Next. This thing is going to irritate me beyond belief, bro. Oh. Suggest something new in the chat before I lose it. Because, bro... Why, bro? And how? Like... Okay. Finally. There we go, bro. That was what I was looking for. Thank you, broski. Was that too much to ask for? Was that too much to ask for? Beautiful. Now, get these guys in here. No, bro, I want to... They're trying to be a part of everything else, and I don't want them to be, so I'm going to do this. Needs some work, but you get the idea. I'm happier with that, though. How is they add-on? How is they add-on, or how is the add-on? What exactly are you going to do with this when it's done? Nothing. Nothing. I'm going to do absolutely nothing. I'm going to watch it sit. Tell you what, I'm going to separate this selection. We're going to do the same thing. Mesh to volume. No, bro. All this, literally all this, bro, just for a stinking toy. You know what I'm saying? Now, the real question is, can I do mesh to volume? Volume to mesh? Where? Oh, you know what? Hold on. I know what's happening, bro. We didn't close the top in, brother. That's why it's being weird. That was why. That was why the whole time. Yep. That had to have been it. Yep, that was it. I knew it. I should have known, bro. Look at those little crunchy toes. I think we actually didn't do a terrible job. I mean, it could be better. I don't know what bro looks like, because I'll tell you what, he don't look like this from the back, but... This is still not that bad. He's the creepiest. He's the creepiest guy in the world, bro. I hate this guy. I hate him. Oh, look. If you saw these hold on, I gotta do something funny now. If you see these eyes, bro, ever run. Bro, this is they say this is the last thing you see before you die. Oh shit. There it is. That's the last thing you see before you die. That's what they say. That's what every blender artist sees before they die. Oh. Yo, to make it even worse. This is the last. It's the last thing you see before you die. Oh, the add-on. Are you talking about the Wait, which add-on are you talking about? Are you Yo. Oh, you're talking about the one where we make images, or we take an image and make a 3D model. Oh, yes, I'll show you the update on that. Here's the update on that. You ready for this? Press play. Wait for it. Wait for it. I'll show you the update though. So this is the update. So I was able to turn it back into a mesh. So just wait until this thing is fully done. And you're gonna see this thing form into a full mesh. Yeah, so basically it takes an image, which is called a depth map. Or you can just use regular image. It works on pretty much anything. It's just a matter of like what it does to the pixels. So now you can see it's forming the bunny right now. Just hold on, let me just do this. So you can steal them, bro? You can try it. It's pretty cool. It works though. It works pretty well. And now it doesn't really know what to do for the underside of the bunny, but you get the idea. It's okay. You can make it an add-on. It needs some development. These are the nodes right now though. The key thing that we did at the end was after we extruded, we took the points that we generated, we extruded them twice. Well, we extruded them one way and then another way to get like a flat plane. Then we did mesh to volume, volume to mesh. Smooth that out. I'm just flipping it here with the transform geometry. But that right there is the secret sauce, if you will. There you go. There's everything. Yeah, it's not that complex compared to some other stuff that I've worked on, but it's cool. Looks like a 3D scan. Yeah, it pretty much is. And like I said, guys, we kind of talked about this, but it does work with almost any image. Let me just show you something. I'm going to dumb this down to 100 by 100. I'm going to plop a different image on there so you can see how it works. Let's do this one. All right, so this one's going to make a cube. So watch as it basically is going to like print the cube. It's pretty cool. So it's working right now. Now it's not going to be a perfect cube because the timing's not quite perfect, but you can see right now it's building out a 3D mesh based on the image. It's almost done, I think. It's pretty cool though. And it's going to stop before the timeline. So you kind of get the idea. So it's taking that depth map and it's saying, oh, wait a second, I think I know how to create this. And it's generating points in a simulation. And it kind of goes like that. Yeah. We'll do one more. I'll show you guys. I mean, it's pretty cool. I haven't tried it on the gummy bear. Let's try it on the gummy bear. No idea what this is going to do. It kind of works a little bit. It's not perfect, but you can see the gummy bear is like kind of there. So if this was like a black and white image, already you'd be getting a better result. Let's try it with... kind of scared to try with that guy. Ah, it works really well with this one. This is Suzanne. Watch as Suzanne forms. You guys ready for this? Look for Suzanne. Do you see her? There she is. Suzanne! Not bad. Pretty cool though. Obviously there's more that needs to be done, but it kind of gives you a general idea. And it works with pretty much anything. Well, for the most part. I haven't tried it. Let's try these hands. This is actually going to be a creepy one. You ready for this? Whoa. Oh yeah, it would work easily with a. So if you have a flat black and white image like this tread, I'll show you what it does. Easy. Quick 3D mesh, easily. I already made this. This is already an add-on I made, but it's much, much, much more complex than this. This is actually, believe it or not, simpler, but it's still pretty cool because you can get some cool results. Like this robot, this like robot spider thing. Look at this. Haha. We have a 3D robot spider. Now, it's not perfect, but it gives you an idea of like where things are located. You can make like a quick little mock-up of something or whatever you want to do. I wonder if it would work with this. This is a Game Boy Advanced SP or Advanced SP. Not perfect, but you get the idea. Yeah, base meshes. Yeah, exactly. You could like generate like it actually doesn't work too bad on certain images. This is a button. It's not actually too bad. Let's see. Try a different one. Sometimes you can feed a gradient into it and it'll do really, really well. Let's try this one out. Just see. It's like a handprint and a rock or something. All right. Any other questions before we move on? What would you guys like to see next? Go ahead and comment below. Let us know what your next request is. I will be right back. Momentarily. coin flip? Okay. I'll do a quick coin flip simulation. And then we'll go on to the next one. Fighter jet. Nice. That one be cool. So, just for like a basic coin. So you wanna flip a coin onto maybe like onto a plane. Okay, so we have a plane. I subdivided it. It's just you don't really need to. But anyway, we'll go to our physics tab. We'll make a rigid body type passive for the plane so that things can land on it. We'll choose convex hull. We'll go ahead and bring this up. We're going to make this a rigid body type active with a type cylinder. I'm going to press play, and you can see that our coin falls onto the ground. Now the question is, how do we make the coin flip up? There's a few different ways we can do it. I think the most fun way would just be like a really small force field. So let's do that. Let's add a force field. Let's scale it down. It doesn't really matter if you scale it down. I want to make a force field that just kind of pops the coin up, like slightly off angle, maybe just like right here. I'm also going to have a maximum distance so that it's a real quick pop. Let's try 10. Let's see how this works. All right, so it's not affecting the coin at all. So let's try 100. All right, it is affecting the coin now. Now, I'm going to change the shape to line. All right, now it's really not doing what I'm expecting it to do. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try a strength of 500. Just want to see what happens. Okay, it's kind of just forcing this away. So let me try again. Now it's really not doing what I thought it was going to do. Let me set the flow to 2. Excuse me, bro. All right, you've left me no choice. I'm doing it 2,000. Brother, I'm so surprised. All right, we'll increase the distance a little bit. Let's see. I'm genuinely surprised that it's not affecting it more. Okay. All right, we're going to do this a slightly different way. We are going to animate a passive object. I'm going to duplicate this, make it a passive object. And we're basically going to like flip this coin by animating this. I'm going to start here. I'll go to like frame 12. I'll animate it up. Let's see. All right, there's the start of it. All right, good. All right, now what I'm going to do is for this type, I'll keep it a cylinder. And you know what? Let's make it go a little bit faster. We're going to have to make it go even faster. And you know what? Let's make it travel further. Really doesn't, the coin really doesn't want to have anything to do with this thing. All right, let's up the simulation speed. Or not the speed, I'm sorry, the substeps. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon? Object apply scale. Really shouldn't be this hard to flip a darn coin. Oh, I'll tell you what. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have the coin land first on this, and then it'll move. Genuinely surprised that it's not working. What? Passive and oh, I have to check animated. That makes sense. I thought I did check animated. Okay. now it's gonna bring the coin wherever it wants. All right, let's get a good flip here. There we go. It's like, why are we not getting a coin flip? Oh my god, bro. I was like, this is gonna annoy me till like for eternity. There you go. There's your coin flip. I mean, this is obviously just one way to do it. You don't have to do it this way. I feel like that's a cool way to do it. Now, if you wanted to, you could have multiple coins. Or I wonder if you could time it right where... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this. Now you can flip multiple coins. How cool is that? There's your coin flip. All right, next. Let's see. Can you search IMG? It's a very specific thing. Oh my god. This better be appropriate, bro. Wow. This? Is this ChatGPT, bro? I feel like it is. wait. House that burns down in geometry nodes? What? What are you guys saying, bro? Yes, no? Wait, what? Oh, no to, it's not ChatGPT. Okay, all right, we'll model it then, that's fine. All right, so is anybody opposed to me modeling this? Oh, we really want the fighter jet. We really want the fighter jet. I'll tell you what, we'll make both. Well, I'll save the fighter jet for a future live stream. Fighter jet will probably take too long. I know, I'm sorry. Well, there's a lot of different requests, guys. There's a lot of different requests. I kind of like the idea of making this because we don't really know what it looks like. Is this a sheath? I think I'm going to do it without the sheath. I'm just going to do just the knife itself. Wait, what? The schedule? What are you asking me? You guys got to check your typos, yo, because I'd be looking at the comments and I'm like, what are these people talking about? No offense, of course. Okay, let's do this. This will be the last thing we do on the live stream because I really should be getting to bed. All right, we're going to just start and just vibe out. If I go quiet, that means I'm locked in. I think you guys know the drill by now. All right, first thing I'm thinking is maybe we model the blade. It looks like there's like a tube and then like it's almost like a test tube maybe, and then inside there's liquid, and then right here there's a blade. So I think I'm just going to start with the blade, kind of go from there. I can't really tell like where it starts and stops, so I'm just going to kind of assume that it starts right here. I'm just going to go for it. Okay. This is going to get interesting here. Oh. All right, we might have to switch to something like this over here. Now, I'm not saying this is like the best way to do it. Bro, I got off target there. Hold on. There we go. It's hard. See, like, because this is ChatGPT, or I'm sorry, this is not ChatGPT. Where did you find this? I will tell you, it's not the highest quality image, but it works. It works. It's really not the highest quality image, though. It's giving me a run for my money with modeling, but it's fine. We'll go for it. Okay. Oh, you got it on Pinterest? How do you know it wasn't modeled with AI? The tub feeds into the blade. Oh, it was made before ChatGPT. Okay, gotcha. I'm just surprised it like seems like slightly low quality. You know what? It might just be like you know what? Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. All right, so for the blade, there's a chiseled edge on this side. Just looking at all the details. Let's give it this. This will be interesting. There is a bevel. Scale. Let's do this. All right. Let's get rid of this. I'm curious what would happen if I beveled this. I don't know what would happen. Apparently, nothing would happen if I try to bevel that. That's weird. Oh, it's not weird. I have to extrude it first. Duh. Then I have to bevel it. I don't love this like moment here. I don't know how that happened. Hold on. Oh, it was the bevel that messed it up. Ah, I see. All right, we will do this. All right, I feel like that might work. Just gotta be careful not to over bevel it so I don't mess anything else up. I feel like that's fine. And if I really need to, I can grab the whole other side. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, in fact, I can grab this whole face here. Well, do this. All right, cool. All right, that's the start of it. Most artists do not post full res. Others can't claim their work. Oh, I see. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's do this. So what's interesting too about this is like the tubes behind it. I'm imagining how this would work in 3D because there's no like, It's a cool concept. It's a cool concept. I almost wonder if the vial is like thin. No, I guess it's not. It's cylindrical. So we'll make it cylindrical. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking for this bevel. Well, first we have to apply our scale, because this thing was hecka scaled down. Edge split. Kind of looks like the tube is on the oh, I'm sorry, the tube is on the inside. It slots into the blade. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We're gonna have to fix that, aren't we now? So like the blade should be like this, like kind of hugging it. Well, it should be on this side, really. Wait, so does the blade have more thickness than this? Like there needs to be like another blade on the other side? See what I mean? Like for example, like would it be like this? Like, is this what it would look like? It would have like two blades, kind of like this, or would it have like multiple blades? It's just tough to imagine because of the. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here, of course. Like, but I mean, either way, we can do it. Just want to make sure I just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. They meet in the middle? How the heck do they meet in the middle? Are you sure? I'm trying to imagine how they meet in the middle. There is a casing that attaches to the back of the blade. Like I said, I'm trying to imagine it. Like, I mean, is there, like, does this whole piece come back like this? I mean, obviously that can't be how it is. Is it like this? I feel like it's not like this. Oh, so the liquid isn't actually a tube. Got it. I feel like that's what you're saying, but I could be wrong. Okay, in that case, if it's thin, then we'll make it out of a cube. So it's like this. Am I tripping, or is that like? I mean, I don't, you know, I've never seen this thing in my life, but it's cool. Like I get the vibe. Like I get the vibe. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Okay. You said when it goes past the hilt, it turns into a little bit more square. All right, there's this like piece of wood or something. So like this next part is kind of complex because I have really like I have no idea what's happening here, but we'll try our best. I also want to just do this. I want to actually take this top face off. I want to do this. I want to separate it. Or, because I sound like a seal, do we just do this? Hold up. Yeah, it didn't. That was a tough one. The doll. Yeah, the doll did not go well, bro. I mean, kind of. It kind of went well. I shouldn't say that it didn't go well. It did, but it didn't go how you would maybe expect. Okay. Okay. All right. I think there's a few more like small details to add and stuff, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's tough because you can't really tell like I don't know. You can't always tell what's what, especially with like with something like this. Yeah, you can't tell what's going on. Bro, what the heck? What? Oh. I didn't have the whole... I thought I had the whole thing selected. I was like, bro, that was weird. That freaked me out for a second there. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because there's just a lot of details. Like, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know what the heck this thing is, right? Like, it's cool. Like, don't get me wrong. It's really, really cool. But I'm telling you, like, this is... I don't know what any of this stuff is, bro. If you guys could, if you don't mind, because I won't always be streaming on this channel, follow my YouTube, my other YouTube, or subscribe to that, so that if I ever live stream on there, you don't miss anything, okay? Thank you, guys. I'm sorry, why? It's like mirroring, but it's not mirroring properly? Bro, what the heck? Am I tripping? Why isn't this, why is the gap? What? Ah. Origin wasn't set correctly. Ah, there we go. Alright, so there's that weird thing. We want to do mesh. Actually, you know what? There's like these weird things all over this. I mean, I'm sorry, what did you say? Oh, it seems offset. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, this is a tough one because like I'm like, what is next, bro? Alright, I don't know what half this crap is on here, but it's coming along. The brown thing looks like cloth? Is that what it is, bro? I don't... Oh my god, this might have to wait till another day, bro. This thing is tiring me out, man. I'm beat from this. This model is kicking my butt. Oh, it's bedtime, bro. Bedtime. This thing's cool, though. It is cool. Bedtime, bedtime. Bro, I almost just fell asleep. What'd you say? No, I'm not gonna drop it. I never drop anything, bro. No shot. No shot. I want to see what this, like, vial's gonna look like real quick. This thing, I guess, will be like what, like a metallic kind of color? I don't really... What's it called? Liquid Aim? Is that what it's called? Definitely coming along now. It looks cool. I mean, it's I get the idea. Oh, Liquid Sim. Bro, if I ain't reading that word right, it's time to go to bed. All right, guys, listen. It has been so much fun. I have had an absolute blast on this live stream, as usual. Unfortunately, it is about that time where I have to go to bed. I'm beat. I don't want to spend like a crazy amount of time on this because I know that I need my sleep. And I want to thank you guys so much for coming out and checking out the live stream today. Honestly, it was a blast. I feel like we're always like doing some fun stuff on here, like no matter what. Please, please, please check out, if you get a chance, to youtube.com/KennyPhases. That's my YouTube, and also Instagram.com/KennyPhases. There we go. You're more than welcome to, thank you. You're more than welcome to follow me on those and just reach out if you have any questions or anything like that. I appreciate the sub. Thank you. Also, if you're really interested, you can check out my stuff on Superhive or Gumroad. I have a bunch of products on there. That's a bunch of stuff that I've created. Some of it we've created on the live streams too. My live streams and this live stream. Don't ever be sorry for an awesome suggestion. That was a fun one. It's like, no matter what you make in Blender, like, you're always challenging yourself. So I love that. Guys, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, happy blending. I'll see you in the next live stream. If you don't hear from me for a while, it's because I'm going back to school in a couple weeks here. So I'll be a little bit busier, but we'll do these live streams as much as we possibly can. Guys, have a great day, and I'll talk.